Hello, this is the Trade Site U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday, the 8th of June, 2020, ending Friday, the 12th. Hope you had a good trading week last week. Not super exciting, but we still had some green stuff, so that's good. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the market in futures form, as we should look at it. Broke the risk line and went higher and back near highs, like the world is all good to go. Let's take a look at the major daily chart indices, and then we'll go look at the intra-week action. So crude oil back up to 40.29 or so. That's good. Gold up $2.80, but not quite near the highs. It slipped back. S&P cash gains $81.58. NASDAQ 100 up 194.73. That is a new all-time closing high on the NASDAQ. Plus, we've broken the risk line on the daily chart. Quite interesting. SOX up 50.29. Also a new all-time closing high. Biotech's up $2.84. The Russell up 55.09. The VIX down $1.29. The trend closes at 0.63. That puts the 10-day at 1.08, which is not a signal. Woo. Volume was 6.6 billion shares. The single biggest NASDAQ volume day in history. Amazing. There was some rebalancing being done, but still, advanced decline ratio of the NASDAQ plus 1675, which is good, but not the best we've ever seen. On the New York plus 2011, also good, but it's not even in the top 10 for the year. Google gains $25.72. It's still operating under a 13 sell signal. Apple getting close. This is now candle 11, so we're close to a 13 sell signal also in Apple. Netflix up $5.27. Amazon up $22.40. Tesla up 21.28. And again, one big candle up here would give you a 13 sell signal on Tesla. And let me see something. And we're only on candle 6 towards 9, so the recycle. So you got 3 days to do it, or you're going to recycle. Facebook up $4.48. And again, here close to a 13 sell. So a lot of 13 sell signals on the handful of stocks that have carried us back to new highs in the market, because most of the market has not done much. Goldman Sachs up $3.10, gapping up and pulling back. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down $1.12. The Dow up 829 points. All right, here's a look at the ES. Let's just do 10-minute candles so we can see the whole week and see what happened here. Very gappy. So this is the problem with weeks like this, right? We want to trade. We're intraday traders. This is what we do. Not interested in whether the market goes up or down. It doesn't really affect me, except for in very rare cases where I try to make a play on that. But having said that, Monday, flat opening, drift up, dead flat afternoon. Tuesday, small gap up, filled, wiggled both ways, closed just barely higher. So coming out of Monday and Tuesday, there really wasn't much to have traded. Wednesday, we gap up, so there's not a play there, and then drift higher, and then once you get into lunch, dead flat until the last part of the day, a little bit of a push. Thursday, we gap down, fill that gap, head lower, and close. So from Wednesday's open till Thursday's close, the exact same. Nothing happened. Friday, the big gap up, pushed higher for about 40 minutes ahead of lunch, and then just dead flat completely. So when you look at the intraday action for the week, it's actually one of the most boring weeks possible and imaginable. But because of a couple gaps and everything else, you end up with a 160-point gain on the ES that takes you, well, it makes a big move up, right? NASDAQ side, very similar. Looks like a little more action on Thursday and Friday, and we gain, here it's only 300 points for the week, not even that, which isn't much on the NASDAQ index. But it does take you to new highs. So it's really interesting to watch this play out. It's a very unusual market. Not very tradable, but it does take us back to highs. All right, here's a look at the news. Let's take a look at the news that's coming out in the week ahead. Monday, no data. Tuesday, NFIB Small Business Index at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Final wholesale inventories at 10, along with JOLTS job openings. IBD tip economic optimism number at some point. 10-year bond auction at 1. Wednesday, CPI at 8:30. Crude oil inventories at 10:30. Here's the big stuff. 2 p.m. on Wednesday, we've got the Fed announcement and the federal budget balance. 30 minutes later, the press conference. So Wednesday is the big day between the CPI A lot of interest in the crude oil numbers lately, and then the Fed announcement. And obviously, we don't expect the Fed to do anything, but their comments will matter. Thursday, the PPI and unemployment initial and continuing claims an hour before the bell. Natty gas at 10:30, 30-year bond auction at 1. Friday, import-export prices and preliminary University of Michigan sentiment. That's it. That's what we got coming for the week ahead. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully a little more tradable than the last 2 weeks. Get some action intraday, not just gaps and flat. But we'll see what happens. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week in stocks and futures.